Sup world, it's the Prince of Venus, and this video is going to be about the generations of Saturn. Pretty much from 1980 to 2010, the millennials and Gen Z, we gonna talk about how Saturn in each sign has impacted those generations of people. Alright, so let's kick it off with the 80s, baby, starting with the Saturn and Libra generation, born under these dates right here. Now, Saturn loves to be in Libra, so the most important thing to know about these people is that they're going to be very serious and focused on their relationships, their structure in life, and justice and fairness in the world or around them. So today you find out a lot of people born in this generation end up being very popular people in their area or even famous due to them being very structured and organized people. Now, they do have issues and hardship when it comes to relationships, so don't be surprised if we catch a lot of them still single today. And if they are happily married, they will tell you it took a lot of hard work and discipline to get there. Now, they also are very serious people and very diplomatic, so don't be surprised if we hear them always talking about the justice system. Now, what makes these people feel happy and secure is being surrounded by fairness and equality. Their insecurities come from their personal life and personal issues. Next, we got the Saturn and Scorpio generation of people born under these dates right here. Now, off the bat, this is going to be low-key the most freakiest and intense group of people. Now, when it comes to this generation of people, they are very serious and intense about things that they care deeply about and also things that they're passionate about. And it could be very ruthless and vengeful against people that come against that. Now, today you may find out this generation of people love to be behind the scenes. Even if they're like famous or like an influencer, they just don't want the spotlight always on them. They have great intuition, but they do experience a lot of hardship and struggle when it comes to the people they could depend on. Now, what makes this generation of people feel secure is being around people they can be vulnerable with or even share secrets with, and also a career that they're passionate about. Their insecurities come from being practical with anything, especially love. Next, we got the Saturn and Sagittarius generations born under these dates right here. These are your wild boys and wild girls, especially in their youth. So when it comes to this generation of people, just know they're very serious about and big on their principles and their belief systems. So much so that does lead to a lot of struggle and hardship when it comes to their commitments and their responsibilities. This is a very adventurous group of people and they're spiritual minded, but it does lead to trouble. This generation of people probably see more jail and prison than any other generation. Today you may find a lot of people born in this generation to be very influential people. A lot being motivational speakers because they're big on faith. They get their security from being around philosophical people, and their insecurities come from logical and intellectual communication with others. Okay, part 3 of the generations of Saturn, and we are kicking it off with Saturn and Aries, and these are the dates they are born. And this is going to be the generation of people that are about that action. So, most important thing to know about the people in this generation is they're very much assertive people. They like to be aggressive when taking action towards their goals, careers, dreams, and their passions. People do receive a lot of restrictions and limitations when it comes to how they see things and also things that they want for themselves. Saturn does bring a lot of discipline into their personal life and personal matters. Today you'll find a lot of young, successful, new age leaders come from this generation. They're very happy and secure when they're starting new ways to live and creating new lifestyles. Their insecurities come from finding stability and creating foundations with other people. Wrapping up the 90s with a Saturn and Taurus generation, and they're born under these dates. This is a generation of people that just love to chase the bag. Now, this generation of people is all about their finances, things that they value and care a lot about. They do receive a lot of restrictions and limitations when it comes to their work and the things they have to do to get to their money and the things they value. Saturn also brings discipline and hardship when it comes to the material things that this generation of people tend to be attracted to. In order for them to achieve their success, they have to build on the solid foundation that they've created for themselves. Today, you see a lot of the young, successful business owners that are doing better than most of the people older than them usually comes from this generation of people. They know how to get money and they know how to build a business. This generation of people is very much goal-oriented. They're very happy and secure when they're around others that share the same values and practicality as them, and their insecurities come from other people's emotional needs. Next generation in 2000 is going to be Saturn and Gemini generation born under these dates. This is the generation of people that love gossip and like to have tea. So when it comes to this generation of people, it's important to know that they're all about giving and receiving information. They're all about sharing news and knowledge, and they also get a lot of restrictions and limitations when it comes to the things they know, and a lot of discipline when it comes to their communication skills. Today you find a lot of young people in this generation to be smarter than they look, a little more mature than they seem, a little more knowledgeable than what they advertise themselves as. This generation of people love to learn, and that's good because they're young and they have a lot to learn. They get their happiness and feel secure when they're around other intellectual, fun people, and their insecurities come from wisdom and spirituality. Okay, so part 2 of the Generations of Saturn, finishing off with the 80s babies, entering the 90s babies. And as you can see, this is why most people born in 1990 or early 1991 act more like 80s babies, because of Saturn and Capricorn. And this generation is born under these dates. So Saturn is at home in Capricorn here, where it loves to be. That's why I spend a little more time here. Now that's going to influence this generation of people to know that hard work pays off. They're very serious about their careers and their status, and also they strive to be successful or just to simply be better than others. So when it comes to this generation of people, it's important to know that their business is very important to them. They do receive a lot of restrictions and limitations when it comes to achieving their goals or making their plans work out, because they have to be very disciplined in order to achieve anything. Today you'll find that some of the most successful people in any workplace or industry, including sports and entertainment, usually come from this generation of people. It's because they know what it takes and they're more in tune with reality than other generations. These people feel secure when they achieve money and wealth, and also when they're the best at what they do, and their insecurities come from emotional needs and domestic issues. Next is the Saturn Aquarius generation, and they are born under these dates. These are the people that just dare to be different, and they're actually finishing up on their Saturn returns. So the last few years have been very rough for them, but they have a new perspective on life now, and they're ready to rock and roll. Now this generation is full of friendly yet weird people that are always striving to be difference makers. They do receive a lot of restrictions and limitations when it comes to making solid connections with other people's, even loved ones. They do receive a lot of difficulties and issues when it comes to their intellect and the things they know. Today, some of the biggest influencers and game changers on social media come from this generation because they know how to get through a wide range of people and different types of people. They feel secure when they're around people that think like them, and their insecurities come from traditional ways of thinking and traditional values. Coming up, we got the Saturn and Pisces generation born under these dates. These are the generation of people that like to dream big and also chase their dreams, but they do have their Saturn return coming up, so the next few years is going to be very rough and hectic for them, especially because of what's going on in the world right now. They might have the toughest Saturn return. So when it comes to this generation of people, it's important to know that these people are very much focused and serious about their dreams and aspirations. They do get a lot of limitations and restrictions when it comes to sensitivity and caring too much for others. They do lose track of reality sometimes due to their huge imaginations. Today you'll find a lot of these sympathetic people of this generation as your new age healers, teachers, and counselors. Even tarot card readers and inspirational entertainers are all from this generation. They're happy and secure around art, beauty, and creative people, and the insecurities come from rational thinking and mundane lifestyle. Okay, so part 4 of the Generations of Saturn. As we move into the 2000s, of course, these people do get much younger. So we're going to show the last time that Saturn was in that generation, which was in the 70s. And starting with Saturn in Cancer. And the people born under these dates right here are going to be very super emotionally protective over people, more than any other generation. Now, as you should know, that Saturn does not like to be in Cancer. It is a detriment, so that's why it doesn't spend a lot of time here. But you should know that it's going to make these people very serious and focus on their emotions and care for things. Now, the people in this generation is going to be big on domestic issues. They're going to have a strong structure around their family system and very disciplined people when it comes to the things that they care about and the people that are close to them. These people have a lot of restrictions, limitations when it comes to career goals, things they want to pursue to broaden their status. But today, these be the people that speak about domestic issues or emotionally caring for others online. These people are happy and secure when they are around emotionally aware and protective people. Their insecurities come from structure and systematic things. Another sign Saturn doesn't like to spend time in is Leo. And this is the generation of Saturn and Leo born under these dates, and also the generation of the 70s. And this will be the look at me generation. So this Saturn and Leo generation is very serious and focused on how they express themselves. This is a very idealistic generation, so they look at things for how it should be and how they see it to be. People in this generation receive a lot of restrictions and limitations when it comes to their actions and the things that they're trying to do. Saturn does bring a lot of discipline to their ego, so these people do manifest a lot of embarrassing moments. So today, these are the people that love to be seen. They need love and attention from others, so they strive to be praised by striving for an idealistic lifestyle. These are the people that also feel secure around other people that praise them and also love the same things that they love. And their insecurities come from people that want to be individuals and people that dare to be different. Last generation, we got the Saturn and Virgo generation born under these dates, and also the generation of the 70s. There's the generation of people that think they're too good for other people. So the most important thing to know about the people in this generation is that they're very big on getting the job done. They're serious about work and doing whatever it takes to get the job done. These people like to strive for perfection, but they do receive a lot of restrictions and limitation on the things that they love to do and the things that they are passionate about. Saturn does bring discipline to their work routine and their work life. Today, this will be your analytical people. The young ones will be very studious, and the older ones will be very critical. They're very happy and secure when around others that are detail-oriented and also very practical, and their insecurities come from being around others that are just big on faith and just straight-up dreamers.